A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's gone 5 minutes after 5 o'clock Singapore local time. Welcome to BizTalk 106. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Wally Rauder. I'm your host and lecturer for this BizTalk session. And today we talk about business intelligence and blockchain technology in today's 21st century economy. Whether you like it or not, blockchain technology has caused major disruption for banks. Blockchain technology has got the banks thinking twice about how they should do business. Blockchain technology has provided businesses an option to take their business to the next level, provided they know how to use the technology. Let's talk about what is blockchain technology, what is business intelligence, and how do different companies around the world, including Unilever, and other multinational food product manufacturers and distributors use blockchain technology in their everyday standard operating procedure. Blockchain technology has caused such a disruption to the banks that the banks are now asking themselves, well, what will happen to them in 10 years' time? Will they still be needed? Blockchain technology is a phenomenon. It is the future. Let's talk about blockchain technology and business intelligence. One moment, please. All right, here we go. Let me start at the very beginning. All right, so today we're talking about blockchain technology. We're talking about how blockchain technology is involved in business. What is the role of business intelligence, and how does blockchain technology help that business once it gathers business intelligence? How can blockchain technology help gather that business intelligence? Ladies and gentlemen, as I said at the beginning, business intelligence is the process where technologies and tools used to transform raw data into meaningful and actionable insights to support business decision-making. So business intelligence, or BI, collects information from different parts of your business, your customer profiles, your sales numbers, your margins, your costs, and it can also collect sensitive data such as comparing customer age, sex, male or female, as to their spending habits. All of this can be extracted using BI, business intelligence. And using that data, you're then able to make actionable decisions on how to run your business. But these decisions can be made immediately, there and then. You can do them online at the time they happen if you're running an online business. Because business intelligence is a tool that lets you analyze information instantaneously. It's a tool that provides you a dashboard of information so that you can make sure you're in control of that business each and every day and all the time. So the key components of business intelligence today are collecting data, gathering information from various sources. Number two, examining the data to identify patterns or trends, which the software will do. Then putting that data into graphical form so it's easy to understand. Reporting the data, providing regular updates on the business performance to all the people, the managers or the business owners. And more importantly, to use those numbers to forecast, predict, or analyze what's going to happen in the future. And the predictive element of business intelligence is a very critical element for most companies, whether they're a small business or a multinational company. They want to know what their forecasts would be for profit, what is their forecasted cost of labor, what is the forecasted food costs if you run a restaurant. These are all important issues. There is different ways in which businesses collect data. very many different ways. The first one is using surveys online, by phone or in person. It could be interviews that are structured, semi-structured or unstructured based on what we know about the person we're trying to interview. There's observational studies where you observe or you actually monitor. There's experiments where you do controlled experiments, quasi-experimental processes where you just try to see what the result is. And more importantly, there is what we call focus groups. Focus groups and case studies, all right? Focus groups and case studies. These are all very basic and primary tools in data collection. Does anybody here, can anybody tell me whether you've used any of these? Who has used one of these already? Put your hand up. Anybody has used any of these already? Put your hand up, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Redemption. Okay, who else? Anybody else used any of these? Come on, don't be shy. Put your hand up. Thank you, Rasika. Which one did you use, Rasika? Hi, Rasika. Hi, Rasika. Which one did you use?
Sir, I done my project under a survey through online, sir.
Thank you. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so let's go on. Very good. Thank you. Okay, let's go on and let's talk about these. All of these methods are commonly used. They're not new. They're commonly used methods. They're methods that are used day on day by businesses. And they're not difficult methods. Once you learn the methods, these methods can actually help your business. Surveys, where you call people, ask questions about how they found your product or service. You can do these by phone or in person. You can conduct interview sessions with your clients to find out whether they enjoyed your product or service and whether they would come again or introduce their friends. You can run experiments, controlled or quasi-experimental processes, where you show your product to another company or to an individual who wants to buy the product. Okay, last but not least is a focus group, where you talk to several people and get opinions about your product and how they found it. And last but not least is case studies. So all of these are primary data collection methods. These are required if you are to be able to conduct meetings successfully and have your business grow. Okay, so let's go on. There's secondary data collection methods. They are literature reviews, reading books or magazines. They are the existing database, the online resources base that you use if you have one, and any government reports or statistics that may help you get your data approved. These are really important methods of data collection, and it's really important for you to know which are primary and which are secondary. So once we get data or we collect data, the types of analysis we do on that data can vary, or the types of analysis we do on the information we collect in data as data can vary. It depends on what sort of business, what sort of industry they're in. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Put up your hands. Hands, everyone, come on. Can you hear me, Rasika? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. All right, fine. So whether it's questionnaires, online polls, questionnaires you all use every day. You ask questions every day. It's just putting them in writing. Online polls, you ask people to talk to you on WhatsApp and give you the thumbs up, the like, etc. All of that is social media analytics by finding out how many people heard you and how many people actually will respond to you. So remember, whether it's quantitative or qualitative, you still have to show that you're there, you're prepared to analyze data, and you are listening. Okay, so let's go on. Quantitative and qualitative. Okay, let's go back now and let's talk about qualitative. Or before we do that, let's look at a summary of what quantitative is. Quantitative data collection tools could be you call people, you send email to people, you meet them online, or you meet them face to face. Most people today, when it comes to simple information like whether you want to collect data face to face or online, a lot of customers have different preferences. You really need to talk to your customer. Okay, so if we look at qualitative data, remember quantitative data is one thing, qualitative data collection is another. So for qualitative data, you need content analysis, you need discourse analysis to find out if there's anything you disagree with, you need grounded theory before you start the research, and you really need to focus on the content of that research. This is qualitative data collection. Remember, we had quantitative, which had questionnaires, polls, web scraping or sensor data, and then you have quantitative. Okay, very good. Qualitative data collection methods are very straightforward. So we start with online forums or groups. We could even do a survey online. Then we go on to putting them or verifying that data through online communities. And then we may choose in-depth interview with some candidates to confirm these jobs or opportunities. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Very good. So data collection tools, there are several tools that you can use or download. If you go to Google and type in SurveyMonkey, it's free. If you go to, again, you go to Google and type in data analytics software, you may be able to get a free edition. And number 3, social media, listening tools. You need to do this more often. You all have the capacity to do it. Even if you buy headsets and you want to listen, you can. And what we call data scraping tools, okay? That includes mobile data collection app, etc., where the information has been stored for too long and you need to clear it out of your device or out of your computer. So remember, data collection is a very, very important tool, whether you're running the business now or intend to run it later. Okay, so let's look at what encompasses data collection and what encompasses the techniques for specific industries in data collection. The first one is healthcare, where they keep medical records and patient surveys. Other industries, finance, transactional data, borrowing money from a bank. The third one is marketing data, customer feedback, social media analytics, education, student assessments, and educational records. So all of these industries have different techniques for collecting data. Does everybody understand that, everyone? Can you wave your hands? Wave your hands, please, Raskina. Wave your hands, please. Thank you. So if we go back here and we look at these and we look at data collection techniques for all these industries, these 4 industries, it's very simple. It all relies on one basic model. That is, if you want to collect data about what we're doing, look at statistical methods, look at survey results, do interviews, then talk about technique, which should be our technique and how we can help you get a job if you graduate and you complete this course correctly after you graduate in your own country. So all of these points are part of the poll. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? So it's really important that you think twice about leaving school and getting married too early. Is there anybody here who's married? Can you put your hand up? Who's married? Okay, no one? No one is married? Are you sure? Okay, thank you very much. So who's married? Let me just open my screen, would you? Who's married here? Put your hand up. Okay, Wee, are you married? Wee? Talk to me, Wee. Are you married? You are. What about you, Miri? Miri, are you married?
Yeah, I'm already married and I have 2 kids.
2 children?
Yeah,
Congratulations. Thank you. Okay, who else is married? Purita, are you married?
I just get married.
Congratulations. Okay, let's go to someone else. Mary Joy Tampos, are you married? Mary Joy Tampos, are you married? Yes or no, Mary Joy? I can't hear you, Mary Joy. I'm sorry, you need to fix your microphone. Let's talk to Mary Ann. Mary Ann, are you married? Hi, Mary Ann.
Yes, sir. I'm married. Yes,
Okay,
I'm married.
good. Congratulations. Very good. Okay, what about you? Are you married, Mary Joy?
Yes, sir, I'm married.
Oh, congratulations. Okay, guys, I'm married too, so there's 5 of us. Okay, so remember, guys, when we talk about this, when we talk about exactly what I just said to you, when we talk about data collection, whether you're married or you're single, when you collect data, it's still the same process, whether it's for the food industry, the bank industry, unemployed, whatever it is, you still need to use the same process. Okay, it doesn't matter. And what are the basic processes of data collection that we know or that the world uses? They are statistical methods, surveys, polls, interviews, the Delphi technique where they talk to people and try to resolve issues, and focus groups where they look at why issues actually happen. Now, this is for primary data, basic data, which you need to have. And there's what we call secondary data, financial reports, sales reports, government reports, mission, and internet availability. Because previously, some countries would say, I have no internet, but they would only talk about their internet connection. They never went and checked about other countries or other cities or other internet connections. So now the rule is very simple. For primary data collection, you need to have either your passport, okay, for example, this is primary data collection. Primary data is your passport, primary data is your date of birth, primary data is your full name. Secondary data could be financial reports, sales reports, government reports, etc. But primary data is your personal data, which is very important to us. Does everybody understand this so far? Okay, all right, remember, business intelligence is only as good as the data it collects, and it can only be as successful as you want it to be through what we know as blockchain technology. Okay, all right. So does everybody understand this so far? Very good. So blockchain technology is a decentralized component that brings things together. Does everybody understand what I mean by that? Does everybody understand what I mean by that? Yes or no? Okay, it's a decentralized digital ledger that records transactions across a network of computers in a secure and transparent manner. So it is just like your computer. It works on the same basis of your computer, but it's there to record information. Blockchain technology has caused disruption to some companies. It has also caused disruption to the alcohol business around the world, because some of these businesses don't have the systems or don't know what blockchain technology is. So I'm explaining it to you. So blockchain technology starts at the very beginning. A new transaction is entered. Part 2, the transaction then transmitted to a network of peer-to-peer computers scattered across the world or across that building. Number 3, this network of computers then solves equations to confirm validity of the transaction. Number 4, the transaction is complete. The transaction is then transmitted to a network of computers in the bank to analyze those transactions to ensure if your borrowing is possible. Okay, so once you've done that, and it's time for you to go beyond what blockchain technology does and how it does it, you need to ask yourself, am I good enough to be part of this blockchain technology? You might not be now, but hopefully one day when you graduate, you will be. Does everybody understand what I've said so far? Yes or no? So can anybody here tell me in their own words, what is blockchain technology? Who can tell me? Put your hand up. Come on, who can tell me? Yes, hi, Sita, go ahead. Sita Lakshmi, go ahead. Are you there? Hi, Sita, can you unblock your microphone and talk to me, please? Hi, Sita, go ahead. Okay, you're not there. Hi, Marian, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, fine. Do you understand what I've explained so far? You're welcome.
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you. All right, so basically, it is really, really critical, because no matter what you do, whether in business intelligence, the fundamental of collecting the right information is the basis of your software for it to be effective. And today, more than ever, people are taking off their masks from COVID-19, and then they give you an excuse, oh, I can't attend your online meeting. I can't come to the offline meeting. Why? Because I'm sneezing. But all they have to do is bring a tissue. Okay, does everybody understand that? Yes or no? All right, let's go on. So let's look at what blockchain technology is now. Let me explain the process. So blockchain technology starts with a new transaction. The transaction is then transmitted to the network of peer-to-peer computers scattered across the world or in the same office. This network of computers then takes that information and puts it into its processor, into its memory, and starts processing and asking itself, is this the correct information or not? Once it's confirmed to be legitimate transactions, they are directed and clustered together into blocks. The blocks are then chained together and boundaries or permanent boundaries of how you're going to fix these blocks are decided. So remember, these blocks are different blocks of information or different blocks, different problems that you want to put into the same block and resolve. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Did you all understand that, guys? Yes or no? Put your hand up. Only 3 people. I need to see more hands. Who understood that? Put your hands up now. Okay, very good. All right. Please, all of you, put your hands up if you don't understand. You don't understand. All right, let me explain it to you. Hi, Lorena. What don't you understand, Lorena? Hi, Lorena. Can you unmute your microphone?
Is it me, sir?
Yes, hi. Do you understand what I just explained about blockchain technology, etc.?
Actually, I didn't understand, sir. That's why I raised
Why
my
don't you
hand.
ask? Okay, what don't you understand? The last part or which part?
What does mean the what they call it? Hold on, it's in my phone. Hold on.
Okay, you really
Blockchain.
need
Uh, blockchain
okay,
technology. I don't understand what is the meaning. What does mean?
Okay, all right. Okay, let me just explain it. So next time you don't understand, please ask, all right? Don't be shy. Here we go. So blockchain technology is basically a decentralized digital ledger that records transactions. Decentralized means it's computers in many parts of the world that record information on one specific subject. Decentralized uses blockchain technology to communicate with one another. And they will communicate regarding your business or what you're doing. Does that answer your question, young lady? Yes or no? Very good. Does everybody else understand what I've explained so far? Yes or no? Everybody understand? Leonora, do you understand? Thank you. All right, so what I'd like to do now is just ask you to do me a very quick exercise. I'd like all of you to get out your pencil or pen and paper. Everyone, get your pen and paper out and show it to me on the screen, please. Now, hurry up. Everybody show me pen and paper. Pen and paper, everyone. I want you to write down the names of 2 companies that you know that use blockchain technology. 2 companies in the world or in your country that use blockchain technology. All right, everybody got that? Let's do it. You got 2 minutes. 3 companies in the world that use blockchain technology. Companies that you know. Please type it in the chat box quickly. Okay, Has everybody written down 3? Who would like to be the first one? Let's talk to Leonila. Leonila, how are you today? You're looking very, very cute today. I see you sitting there studying hard. Talk to me, Leonila. What did you write? Hello? Unmute your microphone, young lady. Govind, can you help Leonila unmute her microphone, sir? Thank you, Mr. Govind. Everybody say hello to Govind. Govind is my co-host and boss here today. Everybody wave to Mr. Govind, please. Come on. Mr. Govind is an IT expert. Wave to him. Thank you, Govind. All right. Go ahead, Leonila. Tell me, what 3 companies did you write down that use blockchain technology and why? Do you know any company? Give me an example.
PayPal.
Right. Okay. Why? Why do you think they use it?
Because this using technology in various ways to increase the efficiency of payment.
Very good. Excellent, Leonila. Let me give you some other examples that use blockchain. Citibank uses blockchain. Okay. Google uses blockchain. Our friends at Amazon use blockchain technology to keep their offices all over the world encoded and in line. Blockchain technology is a phenomenon. It is taking over the world. If you want to study IT today, and if you can graduate in blockchain technology, let me tell you, it is your future. Because in 10 years' time, in 15 years' time, traditional banks as we know them today may no longer exist. And I'm going to tell you why shortly. I'm going to show you why. Thank you, Leonila, for sharing that with me, Leonila. How's the weather today? Which country are you in?
I'm here in Saudi, sir.
All right. And how's the weather in Saudi? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it windy?
Now it's changing weather, sir.
All right.
Become cold.
Okay. And tell me, Leonila, are you hoping that when you graduate, you're going to get a better job and go back to your home country and not live in Saudi anymore? Okay. Leonila, I will be so happy to see you graduate, young lady. And if I ever visit your country, you must buy me coffee. Is that a deal? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Leonila. Study hard, Leonila. I want to see you in every class. All right, young lady? Thank you, young lady. Okay, let's go on. Let's talk to someone else. Does anybody else have any examples of companies that use blockchain technology? Gaviola. Hi, Gaviola. How are you today, young lady? Nice to see you again.
Hi, sir. Good
Go
afternoon. For my opinion, I think Nestle company also using blockchain technology.
Yes, ma'am. Nestle uses it. Unilever uses it. Coca-Cola uses it. All right. How are you today, Gaviola? You're looking young and very attractive today. How was your day? How was the weather?
Okay.
Good. Excellent. How are you finding your studies, Gaviola? Are you enjoying your studies?
Yes, every Wednesday and Friday.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. And Gaviola, it's important that what you learn here is something that you think about and think about how you're going to use it. Because as you move forward, blockchain technology is going to be the future. Do you work at the moment, Gaviola?
No.
No. Okay. Well, there you go. Maybe blockchain technology is something you want to learn about in your spare time. Okay. Thank you very much. Good idea. Thank you, Gaviola. I look forward to talking to you again shortly. Thank you. Okay, so Gaviola told us about Unilever, and that's a very good company. And Gaviola, you deserve a big hand because shortly I'm going to talk about Unilever and you'll find out why. All right, very good. Excellent. Who else can give me another company? Let's talk to Layla. Hello, Layla. How are you today, Layla? Mr. Govind, can you wave to Layla? She's one of our regular students. Welcome back, Layla. Tell me, Layla, which company do you think uses blockchain technology?
I guess the company uses blockchain technology is PayPal.
Right. Why do you think PayPal uses blockchain technology? That's a very interesting answer, and I'm going to tell you why. But why do you think they use it?
It's according to you, it's the blockchain is the like a database or a ledger for like informations for transparency information of the of the people that uses it. And
Okay.
for example, PayPal, so they send and receive payment, and they need to have their primary information about
Primary data and secondary data, you're correct.
yes.
But
yes.
let me tell you something, Leila. In actual fact, blockchain technology is PayPal's biggest competitor. You know why?
Why?
Because blockchain technology is faster than PayPal. Blockchain technology is cheaper than PayPal. And now PayPal is trying to implement blockchain technology into its process. Have you ever paid with PayPal? Do you use
Yes,
PayPal?
yes,
And
yes.
when you pay with PayPal, you know that the people that when you pay, either you incur a charge or the people that receive your payment through PayPal also incur a charge. So
Yeah.
if you buy a mobile phone from me and you use PayPal, when I get my money, PayPal deducts
Charge
a
it.
commission, right? Okay, so what blockchain technology is doing to PayPal is making it inefficient, slow, and expensive, because blockchain technology, as I'm about to show you, can do it probably 3 times faster. But that's a very good example, Leila, and I appreciate you brought it up. Somebody brought up Citibank. Citibank, again, is one of the biggest enemies of blockchain technology, because blockchain technology is taking business away from Citibank. Because if I'm a company and I want to send money to my branch overseas, or I want to pay a client overseas or a business overseas, providing A and B have blockchain technology accounts or have accounts in a blockchain, I don't need the bank, and I'm much cheaper than the bank. So when we talk about financial institutions as such, whether I talk about PayPal, I talk about Citibank, I talk about Saudi American Bank, Stanback, or as those who know them in Saudi Arabia, okay? All of these banks, okay, they are the biggest enemies of blockchain technology, because they fear losing their business to blockchain technology. And it is evident, the banks tell you that in 10, 15, or 20 years, the traditional bank that you use today may no longer exist, because people are moving to blockchain technology. People today, different people around the world, do not pay with money. They pay with blockchain, Bitcoin. You've all heard of Bitcoin, Bitcoin, which is a currency used in the blockchain chain of Link, okay? So you can put money into Bitcoin, you can buy Bitcoin. When you buy that Bitcoin, you buy it at a value like you buy shares, and every day the value of those Bitcoins go up. So instead of paying, say Leila has a company in Saudi Arabia that sells oil, she has a Bitcoin account, and her restaurant is buying oil to sell in his own country. He also has a Bitcoin account. So instead of Hesron paying Leila through the banks and paying enormous charges, he will say to her, I will pay you in Bitcoin. And what Leila does, she holds the Bitcoin in her account, and on the day when she needs to convert it to cash, she can even profit, because when she sells the Bitcoin to get cash back, the value of those Bitcoins may have gone up. Does everybody understand what I mean by that? So when you talk financial institutions, they would love to adopt Bitcoin or blockchain technology. But right now, a lot of the banks are struggling to adopt it, because if they do, they fear that they lose their traditional market. Now, I must admit that some banks do allow you to open Bitcoin accounts. Some big banks say to their big customers, investment customers, if you want a Bitcoin account, I'll open it for you. But why would you put your Bitcoin account with a bank? It's better to put it with a Bitcoin blockchain operator in the cloud than to give it to your physical bank. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? And some banks around the world are actually opening accounts in the blockchain cloud network to actually give their clients a service. But again, ask yourself, if blockchain is faster, Bitcoin is faster, Bitcoin is cheaper, do you still want a normal bank? I don't know. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? Okay, so very good. Who else can give me an example of a company that uses Bitcoin technology? Go ahead, Hesron? Yeah, Hesron. Are you there, Hesron? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Can you give me an example of a
All
company
right,
that uses
I choose
Bitcoin
Amazon.
technology? Go ahead.
Yeah, I choose Amazon and Microsoft company are using
Right.
blockchain technology
Yeah. Well, Amazon does, Amazon
because it enables.
proudly, yeah, Amazon does use blockchain, and one day you will be able to pay Amazon with Bitcoin. You are right. And let me tell you, Amazon is a futuristic company. That's why Amazon is the most successful e-commerce platform that ever operated. Okay. Now, if you think Alibaba's successful, no more. Amazon does 25 times more business than Alibaba. All right. Because Amazon has gone down the road of technology. Amazon can pack your order quicker. Amazon can process your order quicker. Amazon is got all the latest technology that Alibaba doesn't have. Okay. When you order from Alibaba, your goods come from the China factory, who's an Alibaba seller. All right. When you order from Amazon, the goods come from Amazon's warehouse. Which one is faster? How do you think Amazon interconnects all its warehouses? It's all done through blockchain technology. Okay, that's how Amazon knows every movement in everything that happens in its warehouses. Do you understand that, everyone? Yes or no? All right, let's go on.
Yes, sir.
Can anybody else? You're welcome. Thank you, sir. Can anybody else give me another example? Who else can give me an example? Let's talk to Rosalie. Hello, Rosalie. How are you, young lady? Open your microphone. Tell me. Give me an example of a company that uses blockchain technology.
Coinbase Global Incorporated, sir.
Yeah, anything. Go on.
Coinbase Global Incorporated.
Okay, all right. Why do they use
Coinbase.
blockchain technology? Why? Do you know? Are you there, Ravelli? Hello? I think her microphone is lagging, Govind. Can you let her know her microphone is not working? Ravelli, I can't hear you, young lady, but you are on the right track. Thank you for your answer. Good answer. Okay, let's go on. Let's go to Nicole. Who else have I got here? I've got so many people. All right, let's just take one more and then we'll let the others answer another question. Hi, William. Which company do you think uses blockchain technology today? Go ahead, William.
Hello.
Hi, William.
In the
How are you today?
Philippines, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. Which
In the
company?
Philippines, we have a Kumu. It's a
Yeah.
live stream app.
Right. And do they use blockchain technology?
Yes, they when someone live streaming, then some viewers are giving a virtual gift that turn
Yeah.
into blockchain.
Right.
Turn
And is it
into
working?
NFT.
Is
Yes,
it
it turned
working?
to money.
And can I ask you, why do you think it works? What is the advantage of using it? Can you explain to everyone?
Well, the advantage is it easy to transact.
Low transaction fee, right?
Yes, yes.
Very good. Thank you, William. Very good. And William just confirmed why now banks are losing traction, because blockchain technology can do the transaction much cheaper than the banks. Does everybody understand that, guys? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. Let's go back to my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so blockchain technology is a decentralized digital ledger that records transactions across a global international network of computers in a secure and transparent manner that allows instant access to up-to-date information. Okay, how does the blockchain technology work? As I said, new transaction is entered from one computer. The transaction is then transmitted to a network of peer-to-peer computers scattered in probably 72 countries around the world. This network of computers then solves the equation. Each computer solves it on its own. All those solutions are confirmed to be legitimate by a cluster of computers into blocks, and this information is stored in a Bitcoin block. And these blocks are then chained together, creating a long history of all transactions that are permanent, and the transaction is complete. So by using blockchain technology, the information is not only being processed by one, but it's being processed by a chain of computers in different equations and different simultaneous hypothetical equations. And from that, a result is brought on. So if you think of it logically, if I ask or put a question into a computer, I want you to calculate how long it would take to travel to the moon using a spacecraft with this type of engine. Now, that's a very complicated computation because they would have to know gravity, mass, velocity, temperature, pressurization, traveling to the moon. There would be all sorts of things that they would have to know. So what happens if they use blockchain technology to calculate that? They have a network of peer-to-peer computers doing the equation and then storing the solution into blocks, which then come together to confirm that information is correct. Did everybody understand what I just said about the blockchain technology diagram? Yes or no? Wave your hands. Come on. Thank you very much. Okay, all right. So now that we understand that, let's go on. Why blockchain versus the bank? Why? Blockchains have been heralded as a disruptive force in the finance sector, especially with the functions of payments and banking. However, banks and decentralized blockchains are vastly different. Okay, now when we talk about decentralized banks, that means a bank that operates independently in each country. Well, there's not many banks that do that, all right? Does everybody remember the bank in the United Kingdom in England? About 10 years ago, they had a guy called Nick Gleeson who used to work as an FX trader in Singapore. He stole more than 100 billion pounds from the bank. The bank actually got sold for £1. The bank went into bankruptcy because of one FX trader. He didn't make any money. He didn't steal anything. What he did is use the bank's money to buy security bonds on the market in the foreign exchange. And when he lost money, he asked for more money. He told the bank that he needed that money to make a profit. He needed to borrow. So the bank kept giving him money. At the end, he lost everything. The bank went out of business. All right. Okay. Nick Gleeson served 11 years in jail in Singapore, and now he's not ever allowed to work in banking again. He was a genius. He was a genius because he was able to steal money from the bank and try to use it without the bank knowing. And he did. But at the end of the day, he lost it all. He lost it. He didn't make any money out of it. He lost it in the international market. Now, if there was blockchain technology around back then, the bank could have stopped it because they would have been able to monitor all his transactions and investments. All right, but there was no blockchain technology. he was using the bank's centralized computer, and by the time the information was reported, by the time somebody saw the result, he had already lost the money. Okay? If you guys don't know about Barings Bank, read about it on Google. Okay? So let's go on. Let's talk about blockchain technology in the bank. Typical banks, brick and mortar banks, are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays. Some banks are open on weekends, but with limited hours. All banks are closed on banking holidays. All right? For blockchain transactions, there's no set hours. They are open 24/7, 365 days a year, because the computers never go to sleep. Transaction fees. If you go to a traditional bank, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to a traditional bank, card payments, this fee varies based on the card and it's not paid by the user directly. Fees are paid to the payment processors by the stores which you buy from, and usually charged per transaction. The effect of this fee can sometimes make the cost of goods and services rise. Checks can cost between $1 and $30 depending on your bank. Money transfers can cost between $3 and $25. Outgoing international wires through a bank can cost you $45. But all of that is not necessary anymore, because with Bitcoins, you have a variable transaction fee determined by the Bitcoin mine or the miners of different computers. This fee can be from $0 to $50, but users have the ability to determine how much of a fee they are willing to pay. So Juliet wants to transfer 1 million Bitcoins to her supplier. She can actually tell the system, I only want to pay $20 in transfer fees. She puts that into the Bitcoin network, and what happens? The Bitcoin mine, the thousands of computers over the world, one of them will say yes, and it will process her transaction. Another one might say, hey, Juliet, I can't do it at $20. But because there's thousands of computers connected in the Bitcoin chain, one of them will accept her bid. Do you understand that, Juliet? Yes or no? Very good. All right, transaction speed. If you pay card, it takes 24 to 48 hours. If you buy check, 24 to 72 hours to clear. Wire, 24 hours. Bitcoin transaction, it can go through a Bitcoin chain mine or mine a chain of mines within 15 minutes, as much as over an hour, depending on the network congestion. So if you're using a chain, a Bitcoin chain or a blockchain, where the mine is in North America and you live in Australia, it might take 15 minutes for your transaction to go through. If you live in China and you Central Asia or China, your transaction can go through in 15 minutes. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? Can everybody hear me? Okay, good. Can everybody hear what I'm saying? Can you wave your hands? Very good. Thank you, guys. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so know your customer. Bank accounts and other banking products require know your customer. This means it's legally required for banks to record a customer's identification, know how much money he's got, everything about him before they open an account. However, in Bitcoin, anyone or anything can participate in Bitcoin's network with no identification. In theory, even an entity equipped with an artificial intelligence could participate. Do you know what I mean by that? What do I mean by that? That means you don't even have to have a real company. You can form artificial intelligence to create a company which is not real. It's a company in the cloud, right? And that artificial intelligence could be operating your Bitcoin account. You don't have to be a person. It could just be XYZ Incorp or XYZ Inc. No name, nothing. No one knows who you are. You're simply XYZ Inc. And that is one level of privacy or security that Bitcoin offers. And that's why some governments are very scared of Bitcoin, because people can actually send money illegally to other parts of the world. All right. And that's why now governments want to control Bitcoin transactions. And one government who's already done that in Singapore, Singapore government through the Monetary Authority of Singapore now has the ability to actually regulate any Bitcoin going out of Singapore. All right. But as far as a Bitcoin user, you still enjoy the benefits of the Bitcoin mine and the speed. But the only thing under Singapore law, the government monitors your transactions. They want to know where your money came from. So if you buy $1 million in Bitcoin, the Singapore government want to make sure you never stole it. But it doesn't affect the way you buy through the blockchain technology. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Okay, good. Has anybody here invested in Bitcoin? Can you put your hand up? You have? Okay, William has done it. Have you made a profit, William? William, did you make a profit?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good on you, William. Keep it up. Be very careful, William. Make sure you take care, because I've seen friends make millions of dollars and then they got too greedy and lost half of it. But Bitcoin can make you money, providing you know how to use it, all right? And I'm not a Bitcoin expert. I don't use it. I've learned it because I need to know it, because I'm a lecturer. I don't use it every day. I used it when it first came out. I made about $50,000 and I stopped using it, okay, because I don't have the time for it. But Bitcoin can make you money. All right, guys? Does everybody know that? Yes or no? But be careful, because if you don't know how to use it, you will lose money. Okay? And there's a lot of sites you can go on YouTube that tell you about Bitcoin accounts. If you live in the Philippines, you can probably open a Bitcoin account for $200 online and try your luck. Okay? But remember, when you open a Bitcoin account or a blockchain account, you can make money very quickly, or if you don't know how to use it, you can lose your money very quickly, as William will tell you. Is that right, William? Okay, all right. So let's go on. Let me keep going with my presentation and then I'll take some questions. Okay, so just one moment, please. Now, why have I got to this? Just one moment. Something has gone wrong here. Just bear with me for a minute. One moment, please. I need to get my slides back. For some reason, I've lost my slides. Hold on. Just bear with me, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We got our slides back. Just one moment. Okay, let me just go back to the last slide we're at. Okay, so what we looked at before, the card payment fee is one reason why blockchain technology is cheaper. We also said that know your customer, transaction speed, know your customer. Then there's the ease of transfers. Government issued identification, a bank account, and a mobile phone are the minimum requirements to use a digital bank through a traditional bank. However, with blockchain technology, all you need is an internet connection, a mobile phone number are the minimum requirements. No identification, no bank, know your customer. All you need is an internet connection and a mobile phone for them, for the chain to connect to. How are blockchains used today? they're not only used for financial purposes. Blockchains or blocks on Bitcoin blockchain stores traditional data. Today, tens of thousands of other cryptocurrencies run on a blockchain, but it turned out that blockchains can be a reliable way to store other types of data as well. So traditionally, over the last 10 years, blockchains have been basically Bitcoin mines where people buy Bitcoin value. But now, today, Unilever, KitKat, and some of the biggest companies in the world use blockchains for different reasons. Let me show you why. Some companies experimenting with blockchains include Walmart, Pfizer, who made the COVID-19 vaccine, AIG, American Investment Group, Siemens, and Unilever. Among others, for example, IBM has created its food trust blockchain to trace the journey that food products take to get to their location. So IBM now has a blockchain that actually allows food manufacturers to track the movement of food all over the world through the thousands of computers and the mind that can record the history of food, any infection in that food, and where it has been and where it's going. Now you know why companies like Unilever are using it. You know why companies like Pfizer, who make medical vaccines, use it. Because they can store and get knowledge from it to make sure that their product is safe for use. Why do this? The food industry has been countless outbreaks of E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria. In some cases, hazardous materials were accidentally introduced to foods. In the past, it has taken weeks to find the source of these outbreaks or the cause of sickness from what people are eating. But now with blockchain technology, they can track where the material came from, which factory produced it, who were the people that worked on that line, okay? They can even track which machine made it, what was the temperature it was made on, or made out under, how was it packaged, where was it stored, what was the temperature it was stored at, where did that food go after that. They can track it from the beginning till the time the consumer buys it and walks out from the supermarket it was sold in. That is the power of having a mind of blockchain computers connected together in blocks. Using blockchain allows brands to track food products route from its origin through each stop it makes to delivery. Not only that, but these companies can also now see everything that it may come into contact with. They can even identify the aircraft that was transported on, the container that carried it. They can even identify which truck carried that stock and delivered it to a supermarket. This technology is currently under experimentation by people like Amazon, people like Walmart, and it's proven that it's much faster than using traditional computer networks or intranet, where you have a computer network that only people at Amazon can access, which is known commonly as the intranet. Intranet is a closed network. The internet is an open network. But now blockchain technology is much faster. Let's talk about the pros of using blockchain technology in the business you run or the business you work in. Blockchain technology will allow you more accuracy because less human involvement, and you have a chain, a mine of thousands and thousands of computers analyzing the same information and verifying it. It will reduce the costs by having to employ people to do the work and then have it verified by an accountant or a lawyer or an auditor or a biologist or a chemist. You don't need that because you've got a blockchain of thousands of computers in a mine of computers that verify the information individually and store it in blocks. And eventually you get only the correct information. Transactions are secure, private, and efficient. Transparent technology, everything is recorded. It provides a banking alternative and a way to secure personal information for citizens of countries with unstable or underdeveloped governments. For example, if you live in Lebanon, where you're not allowed to withdraw more than $50 a week from your bank account, what you do is you don't let your money go to Lebanon anymore. You store it in a Bitcoin blockchain, okay? And then every time you want money, you simply withdraw it from your blockchain and your Bitcoin account and have it transferred to you by PayPal or any other means. All right. But all of these are pros. But if you live in a first world economy like Singapore, you know, the only pro about it, or the only good thing about it, is you save money and efficiency on the transfer through the blockchain or the Bitcoin technology. Okay, but in third world countries, it's even more important because over there, their local money is worthless. You know, one Lebanese pound is about 4 or 5 cents US. So the local Lebanese currency is useless. No one uses it. They all use US dollar. And because the government there has placed restrictions to make sure that the banks don't go bankrupt because the country has no money, they have put a limit on how much people can withdraw from all the money they've got stored in the bank. So now people have to take their money offshore, no longer allow money to come into that country and use Bitcoin and blockchain accounts. The negative, what is negative? What is bad about blockchain? There is a lot of money involved in building the technology or a new blockchain mine, but you don't have to. You can use an existing one. The other thing is that if too many people around the world are using the same chain or the same mine, the speed of your transaction per second can go down, but it will still get processed, whether it's in 3 minutes, 15 minutes, or 1 hour. Okay, there is historically a lot of illegal use in blockchain, but today it's becoming much more safer. Also, there is a lack of regulation in different countries because some countries don't even have any regulations regarding blockchain technology. But as I said, these are currently being overcome. And a lot of countries like China, the United States, Russia, Japan, Germany, Australia, a lot of modern countries or major financial economies, globalized economies, now have regulations governing the use of blockchain technology to make sure that there's no illicit or illegal activity. Okay, so what we've learned today about business intelligence and blockchain technology go hand in hand because blockchain technology provides a business, a data, a mine of business intelligence, and it allows the business to process that data a lot quicker than using their own single computer. Do you understand what I mean by that? Yes or no? Does everybody understand? Could you wave your hands to me, please? Come on, guys. Everybody, wave your hands. All right. So does everybody understand why blockchain technology has caused competition for the banks? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, let's take questions. Okay. Leonila, go ahead. What's your question? Hi, Leonila, go ahead.
Okay, sir. If this blockchains is decentralized or through the ledger or any transaction, this blockchain can be hacked by those they call hackers because this one is the data, so they can be hacked the transaction.
Well, no, they
through
can't.
this.
Well, hold on. Let me go back. Previously, when blockchains first started, the level of security on them was very low. Today, blockchains are more secure than your bank. All right, let me tell you, some data mines around the world are more secure than the banks. Now, some of the smaller ones, depending on which one you use, may not have the level of security. but any of the biggest blockchains in the world, you know, there's probably 80,000, 100,000 or 1,000,000 data blocks or, you know, computers around the world who go through these mines. The majority of the mines, the big mines, are very well protected. Do you know what I mean by a data mine, Leonila? Do you know what I mean or not?
No, sir.
Okay, let me explain to
Data
everyone
mine?
what a data mine is. A data mine is a central point somewhere in the world. Okay, they never give you their true location. And in this data mine, there's thousands of computer processors, all right? There could be hundreds of thousands of processors in this big room. All these processors are connected to each other. On each processor, there may be 2,000 accounts, okay? And all these accounts communicate with one processor. That processor then, as soon as it gets the information, it spreads it amongst the 50,000 other computers in the same room. And all the computers process the same information simultaneously, okay? And then what happens, all the results come back to one central processor. And that central processor actually stores the block. It stores it. The answer to this correctly is this, okay? Now, remember I told you, if you want to transfer money through Bitcoin and you say that the maximum charges I'm prepared to pay are $50. So what happens? This offer goes into the mine and there's 20,000 computers that have Bitcoin, okay? One of them might say, I accept, your transaction goes through. Another one might say, I want $200 transfer fee. So the luxury of a data or a mine is the fact that you have thousands and thousands and thousands of computers being controlled and all communicating together. Now, it's not only one mine. There could be 20 mines in 20 different parts of the world, all communicating together. So let me assure you, Leonila, that today, Bitcoin data mines are safer than the bank, all right? But remember, you only deal with the big ones. There is some very small ones that are unknown, and when you go to look at them, you can see how many people are using them, all right? But some of the biggest blockchains in the world are more secure than your own bank. I'm sure William will tell you that. Is that right, William? There you go, okay? And let me tell you, Leonila, I used to use a blockchain mine that was based in Hong Kong, but that was at the very beginning, and I think now it's no longer there. It's become part of a bigger one. And let me tell you, that mine was so secure that I once forgot my password to get in. It took me a month just for them to give me a new password. That's how secure they are, all right? Okay, so these facilities now, they can outdo the banks for security, all right? But you have to be careful which one you use, all right? Does that answer your question, Leonila?
Yes. Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for
much.
the good.
All right, you're welcome. And Leonila, let me teach you something else. When you use a traditional bank, the traditional bank has to store your information in 3 different parts of the world. Do you understand that? Let me teach all of you something. International banking law requires any bank of international recognition to save all its data on 3 different servers. They must be in 3 parts of the world. One can be locally, another one, if you're in the Philippines, another one will be in Europe, and the other one will be in another part of the world, in the US. You know why they're required to do that, Leonila? So that if one day all the infrastructure in the Philippines gets blown up or wiped out, all your data can be secured in another part of the world that hasn't been affected, all right? So banks traditionally they automatically store their information or back it up on 3 servers in 3 different countries around the world, okay? Now, let's go to blockchain technology. Once your information goes through the blockchain mine, it's stored on like 80,000 computers in that mine, and it's secured. Okay? So the chance of losing that data in the mine and the chance of losing it at the bank you've got much more chance of losing it at the bank, okay? But some people don't believe in blockchain. And as blockchain goes bigger and becomes more consumer friendly, in the next 10 years, every schoolgirl will have a blockchain account. When Govan gets married and has kids, his 10-year-old son will say, Daddy, my blockchain account has no money in it. I need to buy lunch at college tomorrow. Right, Govan? Okay, so blockchain is going to become the future. It's going to become a phenomenon. And eventually, as we move forward, it'll become easier for you to use, Leonila. All right?
All right, sir.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Are you confused?
No, sir, I understand what you mean. That there
Right.
is this mine data, all the stored data are in there. So it's not
Yeah.
easy to manipulate it, or it's not easy to
No,
hack, because
absolutely not. It's
this is,
protected. It's secured. It can't be
yes, that is what
manipulated.
I mean.
Yeah. The
Yes.
chance of manipulation in a data mine is almost probably 0.5% compared to the banks, where it could be 80 to 90% with some banks. All right.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, in Singapore, my account was hacked 4 times by unknown thieves in China. They stole money from my account. They actually manipulated data and got into my account, but no one ever got into my blockchain account. All right. Got that?
Yes.
All right. Good on you.
As you
Thanks,
said,
mate.
it's secure.
Yes, it is, but it depends on which one. You need to make sure you choose the right one, okay? Thanks, mate. Okay, does anybody else have any questions for Wally? Come on, talk to me, everyone. What about you, Tapalo? Do you have any questions, Mr. Tapalo? You haven't spoken to me today. Say hello. Unmute your microphone. Come on, Tapalo, open your microphone. Say hello. Hello. How are you, mate?
Hello, sir.
How are you
I'm
today?
good, and you, sir?
Good. Have you understood
I'm
my
good.
lecture about blockchain technology?
Thank you so much. It was so informative, sir.
Thank you, sir. Do you use blockchain in your country? Is it something that's common or not yet?
Not yet, but it's something that the government.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you, sir. All right. Does anybody else want to ask me any questions about blockchain technology? Jacqueline? Hi, Jacqueline Lumbo. Do you want to ask me a question, gorgeous? Go ahead. Hi, Jacqueline. Nice to see you again.
No, I don't have questions.
Okay. Do you use blockchain technology? Have you used it before?
No, but I want to.
Well,
But I need
there's other
further
okay, well,
explanation.
okay, well, William uses it. Maybe William can brief you, but I know when I first used it, Jacqueline, in Singapore, I opened my first account with only $50. And overnight, I made $150. Then I got greedy. So within a week, I put in about $5,000, and I got out about 50,000 after I think it was about 15 days. All right. But I gave up because I was just, I didn't have time to do it. But let me tell you, I have friends who have made money and have lost money. So if you want to start small, Jacqueline, it's worth finding out how small you can start. There's a lot of blockchain. If you go to the internet and look for Bitcoin account providers, you can open an account online with like $50. Maybe try with $50 and see how you go. All right. If you invest 50 and get 100, you can go shopping. Okay. All right.
I want to, but nobody will assist me. Gosh.
Well, okay. If you
I don't have
message me,
idea.
all right. Well, listen. If you send me a WhatsApp message during the week, say I'm Jacqueline, can you give me links to Bitcoin accounts? I'll send you 10 or different links, and you can go and look at them yourself and make a decision. I can't tell you which one to use, but I'll definitely give you some links that you can read and try. All right, mate? Every link has its own advantage, but I don't tell you which one to use because I don't know which one is better than the other. But if you send me a message, I'll send you some web links that you can try. All right, mate? Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jacqueline. Have a great afternoon. God bless you. Okay, who else would like to ask Wally a question today? Come on. Usually you all talk to me. Today you're all quiet. Why? Is it cold outside or why? Panfu. Hi, Panfu. How are you, gorgeous? You want to say hello to Wally? Do you have any questions for me today, sweetie? Panfu, do you have any questions? Go ahead. Do you have any questions, Panfu? I can't hear you. Mr. Govind, can you unmute Miss Panfu, please? Govind? Are you there, Govind? Mr. Govind?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Can you unmute Miss Panfu, please? She's having problem.
Okay.
Thank you, Razavan. Can you do it, mate? Okay, Panfu, we can't unmute you for some reason. Just hold on, we're trying.
Some
Okay,
technical
go ahead, Panfu. No, it's not working for her. Govind, can you unmute her?
Not able to find, sir.
It's Panphyu.
1 second, sir. T-H.
Panphyu.
T-A-N.
Pan space Phyu.
T-A-N.
Okay, it's not working. Let me see if I can get her. Yeah, I've got her, Govind. It's okay, I found her. Panfu, can you unmute your microphone now? Okay, all right,
Hello.
Panfu. Yeah, hi, Panfu. Tell me, who's this? Hello, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, the
Hi.
connection is very terrible. I'm trying
That's
to hear
okay.
you. Yes,
Yeah, tell
I'm
me, you
listening.
have a question?
No, I just listen. I don't have any question. I'm follow you.
Okay, fantastic. You're welcome. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you so much. Yes.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure seeing you here for BizTalk 106. Hopefully, when I do BizTalk 107, we're going to go back to a subject that I know you all want to learn. We're going to go back to a subject which I haven't done for a long time. We're going to go back to how to communicate successfully and intelligently. Because a lot of you can communicate in business, but unfortunately, you waffle. A lot of you don't know how to be firm and what we call specific in business. So BizTalk 107 will focus on delivering business communication in a effective and winning way, because most of you don't know how to do it, all right? Most of you can communicate, but unfortunately, your communication is unclear. It's uncertain, it's not active, and it's not in the affirmative. So the next time I see you in BizTalk 107, we will learn how to deliver a message in business to a client, to a supplier, or even to your wife, okay? Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Everybody understand that? Okay. Mr. Govind, thank you for hosting BizTalk 106, sir. Everybody, if you want to contact Wally, Mr. Govind is going to put my WhatsApp number in the chat box now. Mr. Govind, can you put my WhatsApp number for all students in the chat box, please? Just hold on, guys. Okay, guys, let me put my number in the chat box. Here we go. Everybody, here's my number. Everybody can contact me on WhatsApp +65 822 5220. If you do send me a message, please let me know your name and say, I attended BizTalk 106. I would be happy to reply to you. Please do understand that it could take up to 3 days for me to reply, because I have about 20,000 students around the world, and it could take me some time to reply, but I will definitely reply to you within 3 working days. Does anybody else have any questions they want to ask? Anybody else? Okay, before we go, I have to make a very good reminder, and I know you all want me to remind you of this every week. Monday night, we have Monday Motivation Madness, where we put the fire in you so you can be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was at university, I had to pay to go to motivation. I had to pay $500 for someone to motivate me. And there was some American speaker who never motivated me. All right. So I encourage you to go to Monday Motivation Madness. Let us put the fire and the adrenaline in your blood so you can learn how to be successful. If I can be successful, so can you. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Put your hands up. Come on. Hands up. Wait, everyone. Does everybody here want to be successful? Put your hand up if you want to be successful. Come on, hands up. Okay, if you want to be successful, then stop being lazy. Stop being passive. Open your mind. Open your mind. Make time and attend Monday Motivation Madness this coming Monday at 8 o'clock Singapore local time. Because if you don't do that, what you're telling me is you don't care about becoming successful. The session is free. All you need to do is listen through your earplugs and switch on your camera. What else do you have to lose? Nothing. And yet some of you are too lazy to do it. Do you understand why I'm reminding you, everyone? Yes or no? Put your hands up if you're going to Monday Motivation Madness. Let me see hands. Come on, everybody's hands. Who's going? Okay, I'm going to record your pictures. I'll be looking for you all on Monday. Do you understand that, everyone? Good, excellent, thank you. Does anybody else want to talk to Wally before I go? All right, for those of you who are asking me for PowerPoint, please understand BizTalk PowerPoint will be sent to students who have their cameras on and attended the session from the beginning to the end. You will get that with your certificate on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday next week at the latest, okay? You will only get it if you get the certificate and you attended from the beginning to the very end. All right, guys, any questions? No? Are you sure? Mr. Goldman, do you have anything to say? You want to say goodbye to all our students today? Everybody, wave to Mr. Goldman. Say, Mr. Goldman.
Thank you all.
You're welcome, sir. All right, from Wally and Govan, my administrator, my co-host, God bless you all. Thank you for attending BizTalk 106. Till I see you again in, not next week. Next week is a long weekend. The following week, I look forward to seeing you again with BizTalk 107. Take care, everyone. Make sure you visit us on Facebook at the Apex Stories, on Instagram at the Apex Stories. And if you like Wally, please go to Facebook, go to Instagram, go to YouTube, watch our videos. You should find this lecture on YouTube at the Apex Stories by probably end of next week, right, Mr. Govan? Yeah, by the end of next week, 5 days, it'll be published. You can download the video and you can use it and watch it, all right? Remember, go to Facebook, give me the thumbs up, say, Mr. Wally, I enjoyed BizTalk. Mr. Wally, next BizTalk, teach me this. If you don't want to put it on Facebook, send me a WhatsApp message. Thank you very much for being here. God bless you all. Good afternoon. I'll see you all again soon. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone.